Hey guys, Mrhappy here, and today I just wanted to let you guys know a few things that are going on with me this week from the week of Sunday, October, whatever it is, 27th, I guess it is, to whenever, to the end of November, really. But I'm starting my Extra Life charity fundraiser. Technically, it doesn't start till November 2nd, this Saturday, but I'm going to be starting mine a little bit early just to work out some of the kinks, make sure I have the things I want to do set in stone, and that we have plenty to do during the month of November to raise the $2,000 for charity. But I wanted to give you guys something else. Obviously, I didn't want to just make another video letting you guys know I was doing a charity because, well, I've already done it, so there's no point in doing that. So I wanted to let you guys know what I'm actually going to be doing. I'm going to be leveling a hardcore Final Fantasy character. That is exact. And now, if you haven't played action RPGs before, you may not be familiar with the term. A hardcore character is one that if it dies, it's dead. That's it. You can't play it anymore. Now, obviously, for the sake of the game, I'm not going to delete the character after I die, but because when you die on a hardcore character, usually there's a sort of ghost lingering around to remind you of your failure. So I'm just going to do that. When I die, I'll turn myself into a Rogadin. There, I'll use the Fantasia potion I have on that character to turn me into a Rogadin. That's how you know it's a dead character, okay? So, but there are obviously some rules to this. I mean, I want to make it as interesting as possible. So here are my rules for a hardcore Final Fantasy character. First rule, most basic one. If you die on that character, you must log off and no longer continue to play it. Of course, you can turn yourself into a Rogadin to note that the character is dead. Now, for preventing grief, should I die during a main story mission like a dungeon or something like that where there's other people involved, it's good to finish it or at least continue attempting it until the party succeeds or quits. That's just to prevent griefing, guys. It's just something that I'd rather do to prevent griefing. Also, dying due to disconnects 100% counts as a death. We're going with the Diablo 3 style on this one, where it's online only, you disconnected, oh, there goes all your hard work. So I'm also not allowed to use the market board at all during this, not to sell, not to buy, so it has to be items from dungeons, from quests, or from NPCs that I purchase. Can't be anything high quality, can't buy material and have somebody socket it in, can't do any of that. Which brings me to my next point. I'm not allowed to ask free company or friends for help, even if they are participating in the challenge as well. It has to be a 100% solo challenge because I could get 4 players that honestly probably couldn't. If some of you guys have seen my stream, you know I get trolled pretty hard by my free company sometimes. So they would probably try and kill me before they would try and save me. But we'll see exactly what happens. Maybe it'll be a variable when it comes to the event. I may level my subclasses for abilities, and this is actually going to be required at some point because I am going to have to unlock my job on the way up. That is going to be a requirement. I'm not doing it as a class the whole way up. That would just be ridiculous. Next, I have to do every single fate that I do not need to level sync down to. Now, also, if it's way too high of a level and I'm just passing through the area, I don't have to do it either. It has to be in my level range. I have to be at least the recommended level, but I don't have to be whatever 8 levels above it for the level sync down thing. So ones that require down syncing and ones that I'm not reaching the recommended level for are optional. Now, some of them I'm going to do anyway, just because, you know, when you're like level 1, you run across a lot of ones that are higher recommended level than you, and it happens a lot throughout the game. And if there's other people there, might as well complete them. But for the sake of surviving, I can't do ones that are 10 levels above me just because I'm passing by them, you know. Also, I may not solely fate grind on my primary job. That means the job that is actually the goal to get to 50 on. I must do main story missions as they become available. So if I hit 38 and a new main story mission opens up, I gotta go do it. It's gotta be my first priority. I also have to complete every single hunting log and guild hest on my way up to 50. So that's gonna be fun because some of those guild hests are not necessarily difficult, but for a completely random group, they may not know what's coming, such as the Malboro one. I know a lot of people who have died on the Malboro one. And also, I have to do every single dungeon on the way up to 50. That's right. Halatali, Cutter's Cry, Sunken Temple of Karn, Ornvale. I have to do all of the optional ones, as well as the mandatory ones for the main story. Also, all these instances must be completed using a completely random duty finder group. No queuing with friends. That's what's going to make it interesting, because some of you know that the pugs out there can be interesting, for a lack of better terms. Also, across all this, I also have to acquire max rank on my Grand Company of choice. I am allowed to get Grand Company items. That is one thing that is allowed. That's only because I'm not using the market board or anything like that. I'm utilizing something that's in the game and that I have to grind for anyway. So that is perfectly allowed. That's probably my best bet in staying alive, is to get some Grand Company gear. So I actually I think I know which grand company I'm going with. I just have to be sure that it has the right items for me. And also, items from one hardcore character can be stored in the free company chest that I have for use on other hardcore characters. He's on a completely different free company than my usual one, than my main one. It's not really much I could do. I could transfer over potions. I could transfer over, like, spare pieces of gear that I found doing quests. But I think for the most part, I'm just going to want to die and start over if the worst happens. And those are pretty much all the rules. If you think there should be other rules, let me know. Let me know in a personal message or a comment below. And let me know if you want to try it out, because it's going to be pretty fun. I think that the threat of always dying, and I think the frustration of it not being entirely in your hands is going to be interesting to watch me die, and I think it's going to be good for raising money for charity. I also want to extend at the end of this video one last thing. Congratulations to Blue Gartr for their world first in turn 5. A lot of people are getting really close there, and Blue Gartr, with all the extra time and commitment they were able to put in, they were able to take it with the, as they said, uncountable hours, and I believe them. Trust me, I believe them when it comes to turn 5. They finally managed to down Twin Tanya. Guys, it is possible. It's always been possible. The mechanics for Twisters have been known for quite some time, but for the majority of players, nobody wants to share what the mechanics of Twisters were. Some things have started to go around, but the bottom line is Blue Gartr, world first, turn 5, 8 out of 100. Got 92 people more to go, so hopefully we'll be hearing more from you guys in the near future. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully I see you guys on the stream so we can talk about it a little bit more. Hopefully I'll see you guys there, and take care.